A scare at the last flight, which drew gasps from the Taunton crowd. That was all pretty straightforward for the 6-5 on favourite Amandini in the hands of Ben Jones for Philip Hobbs, a third win of the season for Ben. He had to sit tight at the last, Jonathan, because it could have all have gone horribly wrong there.
Well, it would have been nasty, wouldn't it? He's absolutely dotted up, hasn't he? Landsman, I wonder why it's such a big price, and he's dropped away very tamely before nearly catching the tiring runner-up. But the winner's just gone scooting away very happily, and just the last hurdle that nearly caused his downfall.
Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication, I think, wasn't there?
I think so.
But he was pretty nimble, and Ben Jones sat tight. Looks quite a tall lad, actually, Ben. I don't really know much about him, but just the way he's son of Perch there.
Son of Di, I think.
Is he?
Yes, I think so.
Di Jones of Celtic Abbey fame.
That's the one. Yeah, it's very good.
You thought you got that past me then, didn't you? He's coming.
No.
I am as old as I look. You know? Decent enough effort from Admiral Sunset. She's run probably as well as she was entitled to do at the ratings with the winner.
Probably, yes, and obviously finished well clear of the other three, which included a couple of interesting punts which didn't look like coming off of a very early stage.
No, they didn't. The game was up at halfway for half of the field. And Ben Jones can afford a smile or two now as he heads into the winner's enclosure, his third winner of the season, and he's guided Amandini here to an odds-on success.
Yeah, it was all very comfortable until diving at the last, but Ben Jones sat tight, and Amandini has got the job done here. 5-6 favourite for Philip Hobbs. Admiral Sunset was second at 8-1, and all 6 ran in the second race at Taunton. 4 more to come. Next up at Dundalk, this is the 6:10, so just on the way down to the stalls. The mile start here for this claimer. It's the IrishIndyJockeys.com claiming race. Casbar is 4-5. Weekend Offender is 9-2. Eastern Racer 7-1. Nothing to lose. 8-1, 12-1, and bigger the rest. Eastern Racer is a touch easier to back here. Gary 6 out to 8-1, shortening up Weekend Offender. Just a touch though, easing back out to 9-2. And Casbar for Adrian McGuinness heads them pretty solid, 8-11.
Thanks, Tom. Yes, Casbar making a quick reappearance after winning here 7 days ago. Well on top of the line that day, beating Hafik and your pal Tal. Was the subject of a friendly claim by Connection, so we went back to Aidan McGuinness after the race, and I think he was pretty much immediately earmarked for a return visit this evening, all being well, and it does look a good opportunity for him. He's got a rating of 72. If you're strictly to go in the ratings, you'd fancy Weekend Offender would be something of a good thing here, but of course that rating was achieved quite some time ago now in his days with Kevin Ryan. He was a 4-time winner for Kevin and contested some very big races, managed to win off a mark of 92, but very difficult to gauge where he's at the moment. He's had a few runs over hurdles for Owen Doyle, hasn't shown a great deal. Last time we saw him was at Den Royal on St Stephen's Day when he finished down the field in a handicap won by British Art. The jockey who rode him that day, Pierce Gallagher, told the stewards that he made a bit of a noise on the way around, so I'm not sure whether Connections might have had a look at that in the interim. You'd imagine it's a strong possibility, but of course wind operations don't have to be declared here in Ireland. Casbah 6-4 on them. Weekend Offender at 9-2. Eastern Racer is an 8-1 shot. I thought if there was to be anything else that would get into it, the top one maybe Nothing to Lose, with Amy O'Hanlon taking £10 off. He's rated 71, so just a pound below Casbah. He is, with the claiming price structure here, conceding £10 to the favourite, but Amy O'Hanlon's claim is a help in that regard, and he did win 3 races last year. Back in 2017, Nothing to Lose, and he struck last year at Limerick off this sort of mark as well. Not disgraced, I didn't think, on his seasonal bout at Leopardstown when missing the break in that race won by Atlas. And of course his trainer had that big win up at Perth today with the ultra consistent Go Another One. He is here this evening though. John McConnell will try and catch up with him at some stage. Nothing to lose, just edging out to 11 to 1 now, along with Rise Again on that price. Monib, who belatedly made his debut at Navan on the 30th of March, didn't show a huge amount there, but clearly entitled to improve for the experience. He's a 14 to 1 shot. And the outsider here, the Perch, on all known form, very much up against it here, even with just 8 stone 8 less. Adam Farrer, her £7 claim on his back, he's rated just 38, so to his Rise Again. And Nothing to Lose, it looks as though, will be the final one weekend offender, just preceding him into the stalls under Ross Coakley. Let's join Jerry for the IrishInjuredJockeys.com claiming race.
Nothing to lose. They're all in. They're off. Nothing to lose. Missed the break very badly and has given the other 6 a fair start as the first to show is Rise Again. Going down the far side of the track at the end of the first furlong. It's Rise Again, building up a lead of 4 lengths over the Perch, and on the inside is Casbah. Alongside Casbah in the blue cap is Eastern Racer. As they pass the 6 furlong point, they're followed by Weekend Offender and then Monib, and Nothing to Lose, the slow starter, catching up at the rear of the field. Heading towards the 5 furlong point, soon to make their exit from the back straight in the IrishInjuredJockeys.com claiming race over a mile. And out in front it's Rise Again and Niall McCullough, showing 3.5 lengths clear from Casbah and Colin Keane, who've moved second. Third is the Perch and Adam Farrer. Nothing to Lose has made ground up to mid-division under Amy O'Hanlon, and then comes Eastern Racer and Joey Sheridan. Weekend Offender, Ross Coakley, back markers Monib and Kevin Manning. Into the straight they come with less than 3 to go. Rise Again is falling back into the group as the Perch, Casbah track into the straight. On the outside is Nothing to Lose. Not much between this quartet, followed by Eastern Racer, Monib and Weekend Offender. Racing on past the 2, and Casbah in the black and red colours over on the far side comes to dispute the lead with the Perch. Eastern Racer is making ground over on the far side as they run inside the final furlong. It's Casbah in between horses. It's far from Banco Material as on the far side Eastern Racer and Joey Sheridan have got up for a memorable win. It is Eastern Racer beating Casbah at the Perch and Rise Again.
Yes, indeed, a little bit of a surprise here. Well done to young Joe Sheridan, who's given this horse a polished ride. Eastern Racer challenging over on the far side of the favourite Casbah, who looked in big trouble, or certainly at the very least have a major battle on his hands, entering that final furlong and a half, and ultimately has had to settle for second spot. And back in third, the Perch, I think, grabbed third in the end. That's run a huge race here at a very big price. You can see the eventual winner coming from off the pace, the blue cap. All seemed to be going according to plan for Casbah when he came there, travelling well, but very quickly became apparent that he wasn't putting any daylight between himself and his rivals, and basically just treading water. See over on the far side, Eastern Racer gets on terms and goes on to win quite comfortably in the end. Perch back in third spot, and Rise Again, who when he came back to the field looked as though he might drop right out of contention. It's not too far off them in the end in fourth. Nothing to Lose, I'm afraid, blew it badly at the start. Habitual slow starter, but not usually as bad as that. Basically lost all chance, and Amy O'Hanlon tried to get the horse back into contention, but unfortunately ran very freely in doing so, and always likely to be struggling as a result. Rise Again just seems to be racing a little bit with the choke out at the head of affairs, but as I say, to his credit, he did find, or did dig deep when the others swallowed him up early in the straight, and wasn't beaten too far, ultimately in fourth position. But see the winner there, just getting a nice trail through the race on the inside in about fifth place. And Joe Sheridan happy enough to take his time. I'm pretty sure it's his first winner here. He's had a few rides already, and a great moment from him, and he'll be really, really pleased with his efforts here. He's ridden a really nice race, and he's a tidy rider too for a lad of limited experience. Gets to whip through into his right hand there, gives Eastern Racer a few reminders, gathers up the reins again, and the race in safekeeping at that stage. Might have just edged to his right a little bit close home, but Eastern Racer in the colours of James McCauley, trained by Dennis Hogan, 7 years of age now, and a 7th career win for him. He's in to be claimed for €9,000. Time will tell if there's going to be much in the way of interest for him. You would suspect not necessarily, but you never know. And as I say, the big story here, Joe Sheridan, well done to him with his first career winner on board Eastern Racer.
Yeah, congratulations to Joe. Well done to all involved there as well. Eastern Racer, who's seen it out really well for that 7th career success. As Gary pointed out, heard the rain coming in there. You could hear that from Dundalk. You can see it there as well with the umbrellas up. Just turning a little bit the weather there. So a bit of rain coming down. We're still dry at Taunton as we stand at the moment. 9-1 Eastern Racer, the winner. From 4 to 6 favourite Casbar, 1.5 lengths the winning distance. All 7 ran.
This is an opportunity to win Racing TV's Ultimate Flat Pack prize, which includes a pair of tickets to some of the most prestigious meetings